Crosses in the rear view, names I never speak. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. Oh, if the devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. Sheriff's son in Shiloh, bled out in the pines. I left with his bad chain, clawing at my mind. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. The devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Yeah. Whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. Rain don't fall out here, sky just spits out rust. I ain't asking for forgiveness, just a place to turn to dust. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. If the devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. Yeah. Headlights crawl on a cracked black ribbon. Buzzards circling what the law left missing. Got a rust red sky and a glove box Bible. Page corners burned from every small revival. Ash on my jeans, blood on the throttle, old tin flask and an unmarked bottle. A voice in the wind saying, boy, don't go over the road, already branded my bone. Two wheels and one soul, rolling like a ghost in a borrowed coat. If the reaper wants a ride, let him roll. I made my deal in a rear view glow, left my name in the dust where the wild dogs roam. One soul and a heart that won't go home. State line sign shot full of sorrow. Dry brown river where the saints beg tomorrow. Gas pump car spits dirt in my shadow. Every mile marker feels sharp, feels shallow. Got sins in a sack where the tools should rattle. Boot prints baked in the bones of this gravel. If a prayer ever lived in this broke down road, it died in a ditch with the unpaid notes. Two wheels and one soul, rolling like a ghost in a borrowed coat. If the reaper wants a ride, let him roll. Ice your cold hands in a neon glow. Sign that line, then I let it all go. Two wheels and one soul, and a heart that won't go If you hear that low roar under your window, that ain't thunder, that's my shadow. Riding shotgun with the smoke and crows, chasing every last lie this highway knows. Two wheels and one soul, rolling like a ghost in a borrowed coat. If the reaper wants a ride, let him ride, let him roll. When they caught my stone by the old dirt road, let it say he rode hard, never did what he was told. Two wheels and one soul, fading out in the undertow. Found a rust-red truck, key still swinging on a nail. Gas tank bone dry, ashtray full of mail. Bible on the dash, pages stuck with blood and tar. License plate hanging like a busted jaw on that car. And these iron lung lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls the night right back. Highway's got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I feed it my sin with these iron lung lips. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Motel neon blinked out years before my first regret. The room key in my pocket, burning like a cigarette. Sheriff in the rearview, face carved out of stone and smoke. But the road keeps singing like it once been broke. These iron lung lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls the night right back. Highway's got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I feed it my sin with these iron lung lips. I call my name in the shoulder dirt, every mile of prayer, every chord of curse. If the devil wants change, I got none to give, just a throat full of gravel and a will to live. These iron lung lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls a night right back. Highway's got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I'll die in the ditch chasing iron lung lips. Black top bleeding into rust, sunset like a busted trust. Mile markers lean like crooked teeth, vultures tracing names beneath. Bible in the dash, pages torn, bottle in the sea, cap long gone. Rear view full of flashing ghosts, every lie of most. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down the ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise of wind and scrape my soul. On the judgment waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Spits and argues with me, old church riding on the hill. Cross lean like it lost the will, tattooed knuckles on the wheel, spell out every deal I seal. One for blood and one for bone, both of them still unpaid loans. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, yeah, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise of wind to scrape my soul. On the judgment's waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Used to think the law's a man, badges, bars, a rusted pen. Now I hear it in the wire, humming low like funeral choirs. If there's mercy in that sky, it never once looked in my eyes. So I press my heel in deeper dust, drive this coffin made of rust. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise of wind and scrape my soul. Your judgment's waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Mile marker rusted, name shot clean away. Sons of busted lantern, bleeding out the day. Tumbleweed confession, rolling through my teeth. Jaw full of old gravel, boot nails underneath. On the anvil of despair, hear the hammer in the sky. Every promise turns to iron, every truth begins to lie. On the anvil of despair, where the smoke just hangs and stares, I keep beating on this heart till there's nothing left to wear. Gas pumps, crucifixion, hanging by a thread. Buzzards draw their halos round the living and the dead. wallet full of faces I can't call by name. Love wore out its tires far behind the flame. On the anvil of despair, hear the hammer in the sky. Every promise turns to iron, every prayer comes back dry. On the anvil of despair, where the road just sits and glares, I keep grinding down this soul till it sparks an empty air. If there's mercy on this black top, it rides in other lanes. I just drag these broken hubcaps through the dust and gasoline. If redemption ever finds me, it'll smell like smoke and rain, or it won't know me at all, won't know my name. On the anvil of despair, hear the hammer in the sky. Every dream must turn to iron, every dream forgets to rise. On the anvil of despair, where the law is thin as prayer, I keep driving in that fire till my shadow isn't there. Old courthouse leans like he's tired of the lights. Buzzards draw circles over rust-colored sky. My truck door hangs crooked like a mouth that won't pray. Got your name called jagged and a knife on the dash today. Rusted blade ballad cut deep in my hand. Every line I'm singing is a blood-stained brand. You lived in the rear view, I stayed in this wasteland. Rusted blade ballad, I can't drop, I can't stand. Gas sign flickers, 2 towns back. Blacktop broken like a busted track. Your picture in the visor keeps swinging in time to a slow steel moan and a guilty mind. Rusted blade ballad cut deep in my hand. Every line I'm singing is a blood-stained brand. In the rear view, I stayed in this wasteland. Rusted blade ballad, I can't drop, I can't stand. Yeah. I took that short road past the bone white pines. Sheriff found the bottle, but not what's on my mind. If ghosts keep count of every dead deep in my hand. Every word I'm howling is a burned out land. You fade in the distance like a runaway train. Rusted blade battle, dragging steel through my veins. Oh. Motel sign, missing 2 red letters. Screen door hangs like a busted jaw. Sand in my teeth from the last bad promise. Blood in my blueprints, headlights gone. Wind cut low through the busted siding. Radio dies on a gospel draw. Hash on my tongue from a burnt out morning. Name on my license ain't mine at all. And sand and well, that's all that's chasing me. The ghosts in the rearview glass clawing at the saints. If this road is a grave, then let it swallow my name. Wind, sand, and whale gonna grind me down the same. Black cross by the dry creek shoulder. 10 crown nailed to a leaning post. Vultures spin like slow black dancers, counting off sins for an absent host. Last town's eyes were a swarm of locusts, hands on their hips like a fire and a line. Sheriff's badge had my face inside it. Said you can't outrun what you drag behind. Oh, in sand and well, that's all that's chasing me. Yeah, voices in the power lines buzzing like a plea. If this road is a grave, then let it swallow my name. Wind, sand, and wheel gonna grind me down the same. In a cracked St. Basin, left that town in a sheet of flame. Every mile is a fresh damnation. Every mile